Hey guys! I hope you are all done with your activities that you were doing today because I know it's the official start of spring break. And I just wanted to talk to you a little bit. I'm going to send mom and dad's home an email with some activities that you can do. And I just kind of wanted to talk to you a little bit about how you're getting ready for spring break. So Thomas and Jack and I were kind of saying like, okay, we're done with our activities for the day. What should we do? And the boys said we should bake a cake. So I took out all my ingredients. I went through my pantry and I took all the things out. And the only thing I needed for my recipe for the cake was one egg, right? So I'm digging through my fridge and I'm looking, and I can't find it. And all I need is one egg in order to make this cake, right, guys? And finally, would you believe, underneath the chicken nuggets, underneath the bacon, I found one last egg. I was so excited. I said, yes, we're now going to go bake the cake. So after I'm done filming this for you guys, I'm going to take my one egg and we're going to go bake a cake. And that'll be the way we're starting our spring break. Oh no. Guys. Oh no. That was my last egg. And it's really hard to get to the grocery store right now, and oh, my hands are all yucky. Oh no. That was my last egg, and my recipe only needed one egg to make a cake. And it's really hard to go to the grocery store right now. I guess I can't bake a cake anymore. Hey, you know what? That really reminds me, I'm banging my computer here. That really reminds me of a strategy that we use when we're reading. Can anyone think of what that's called? Yeah, cause and effect. I was getting ready to bake my cake. I only needed one egg left, but because I dropped and broke my only egg, now I can't bake a cake. So the cause that I dropped my last egg, the effect, is that I can't bake a cake anymore. Now, I know we had talked about cause and effect before when I read the story Because a Little Bug Went Ka-Choo. Do you remember in that story, the bug went ka-choo and he sneezed and the seed dropped and fell on the other bug, and it was a chain reaction, right? One thing happened and it caused another to happen and it caused another to happen. And that reminds me of a really great book that I have and I want to share with you. So in this story, you're going to hear cause and effect, right? When one event causes another to happen. The cause is the why, right? The reason something happens. I sneezed and dropped the egg. The effect, or what happens as a result of the cause, is that now I can't bake the cake. Ugh. Well, in this story that I'm going to read to you right now, there is a chain reaction of events. And what happens is a major big effect at the very end, okay? This book is called Llama Destroys the World. And here's Llama. And he destroys the whole world. He kind of doesn't look like he would mean to destroy the whole world. And just by the title and by looking at this, can you tell that this story is fiction or nonfiction? Turn to someone that's with you and tell them if it's fiction or nonfiction. Yeah, it's fiction. It's definitely fantasy. First of all, llamas don't dance under disco balls and wear pants like this. And we know that the world is fine, right? So the world didn't get destroyed, according to the title anyway. But in this story, Llama destroys the world. And there are a chain of events that happen that cause that to happen. And the effect is that the world is destroyed. So as I'm reading this, and I want you to read along with me, there is a word I want you to listen for, okay? And that word is doom, which means very bad events or situations that can't be avoided. So doom is very bad events or situations that can't be avoided. So anytime you hear me say the word doom in the story, I want you to say it with me, and we're going to go like this. Doom. Dun, dun, dun. doom happens in this story. So listen for it, okay? Llama destroys the world. Llama destroys the world. Okay. On Friday, Llama will destroy the world. I am Llama, proclaimed Llama. Monday. On Monday, Llama found cake. Piles of cake. More cake than any llama should ever eat. Dad, said Llama, pointing and looking at all of that cake. Oh, that's what Miss Egan really wanted today. I really wanted to make that cake. And Llama ate all of the cake. Yum. This was his first mistake. Burp. It was an honest mistake. It was a delicious mistake. One of those mistakes that leads to more mistakes and eventually the ultimate doom of everything. Oh no, that's not good. Tuesday. Tuesdays were for dancing, so Llama put on his dancing pants. The pants did not fit. He was still full of cake. Miss Egan feels like that sometimes too. But he never danced without his dancing pants. Okay, guys, you can laugh at this part. It's really, really silly, but I don't think moms and dads want you saying it, okay? He never danced without his dancing pants. They made his butt look groovy. So Llama huffed and puffed and squeezed and stuffed himself into the pants. This was his second mistake. I love the illustrations here because you can see how Llama feels. He's so nervous that he can't get into his dancing pants, and when he finally does, he looks groovy. And then Llama danced, he jigged, he tangoed, he cha-cha'd smooth. His rhythm was perfect, his moves were precise, but the pants never stood a chance. Rip! Oh no. Have you guys ever had your pants ripped before? Miss Egan has, and it is not good. The rip was thunderous. It shook the house, the trees, and the mountains. It shook the very fabric of the universe. The cosmic vibrations from the ripping pants were so mighty that a black hole tore open. Rip! Oh no. That is not good. Wednesday. On Wednesday, Llama found the black hole. Dad, said Llama. He had never seen a black hole before. He didn't know what it could do or what it could be. But Llama was a llama of science. He knew the answers were out there waiting to be discovered. For science. Llama read books. He ran complex experiments. He debated with the greatest minds and thinkers he could find. And then he analyzed the data and came to a well-thought-out conclusion. Dad, said Llama wisely, instead of warning the world of its imminent doom, Llama decided to do something more important. He made a bologna and cheese sandwich with extra cheese. This was his third mistake. Thursday. On Thursday, many signs of doom appeared in the sky. Flying top hats, soaring teacups, twisting, tumbling, well-dressed turtles. But Llama didn't notice. Because Thursdays were for painting. And Llama was busy painting his latest masterpiece. Llama, he had the chance to warn everybody. Friday! I love what the illustrator did here to let us see how everything is getting sucked into the black hole. On Friday, the world ended. The more the black hole sucked in, the bigger and stronger it grew. The animals flew, the pizzas and bicycles and houseplants flew, and Llama flew too. I am Llama! Oh my goodness. The black hole swallowed everything up. Every single thing left in the world. Everything left in the universe. See the whole world getting sucked in? And here's houses and rockets and stars and Llama, and everything's getting sucked into the black hole. Oh no. Llama did destroy the world. Until there was nothing. I love what the illustrator did here. She just left the pages entirely blank and black and dark and nothingness. Except for, I am Llama. Saturday. On Saturday, on the other side of the black hole, everything was fine. The universe tumbled out exactly as it had been before. Even Llama. I am Llama, proclaimed Llama. The sky was blue, the sun was shining, the world was perfectly calm, like nothing had ever happened. Something is catching Llama's eye. What could it be? Because now the world is fine again. Sunday. On Sunday, with the world back to normal, Llama found something wonderful. Piles of pie. More pie than any llama should ever eat. Dad, said Llama. Oh no. Llama ate all of the pie. The end. Guys, I love that story for so many reasons. Okay, there are a few activities that you can do with this story. Just like all this past week, I've been reading you stories and you've been doing some activities. There are so many things that you can do with a book. You could just never stop with all the activities. Now, one of the activities I know that we've been doing this week has to do with our sequencing of events, right? So what Miss Egan did is, because this book, we saw so much of cause and effect, and it was a big chain reaction, right? I just made some paper chains, and I have to sort them out here, because putting them in the correct order or sequencing is part of figuring out exactly what happens, right? So the first thing that happens is, first, Llama ate a lot of cake. And I'm just going to fold this, and I'm going to use my stapler because I'm trying to conserve the glue for Jack and Thomas and their school stuff. So, but you use what you got, right? So, first Llama ate all of the cake. Then, Llama danced in tight pants. That was a very disastrous event. Miss Egan has danced in tight pants, and I know that to be true. Okay, so even though this wasn't the cause and the effect, this was one cause, this was another cause. It was a chain reaction, and we know that these things are going to cause the eventual doom of the world. And after this, Llama ate a sandwich. And I'm going to put that on after he danced in tight pants, because that's the sequence of the events, right? So first Llama ate piles and piles of cake, then he danced in tight pants, then he ate a sandwich, then a black hole destroyed the the entire world. And you could go on and mention all the little details that happen in this book, but I was just going for the key details, the key sequencing of events, right? And there is, you can even see the chain reaction that happened in this book. That was so much fun. Now, I have a few other cool activities for you. I said it a few times during the story, but I love what the illustrator did. I think Llama is just so cute. And you want to hear some interesting facts about Llama, the illustrator and the author. So the author his name is Jonathan Stutzman, right? Jonathan Stutzman. And the illustrator is Heather Fox. And you want to hear something cool? They're married in real life. So I just imagine them sitting at the dinner table, just creating and coming up with ideas. So what I think you guys could do at home is come up with ideas of what happened next. We heard what happened in the beginning of the story, right? The chain reactions. But we heard at the end of the story that Llama ate piles and piles of pie on Sunday. But we don't know what happens next. So you could come up with your own ideas of what happens. We know on Sunday, Llama ate piles of pie. You could come up with what happens on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. And you could have someone else in your family be the illustrator and be just like Jonathan Stutzman and Heather Fox and team up and do it together, which is a really cool thing. I also have where you could write your own story and say my timeline, and you can say sequence your own events through the week. And what happens is, do you cause the imminent doom of the world? Or does someone else? Or what else happens? Anything. You're the author. You could create it however you want. You could write about this story, right? What we did here. You could make your chain reaction, and you could also write about it. There's so many cool activities. Just because you are done reading a book doesn't mean you're done learning about it. There's so many fun things, but Miss Egan loves books, and this is why. There's so many cool things that you can do with it. We know that Llama made 3 big mistakes, right? He ate way too much cake. Then he danced in pants that were too tight. And then his third mistake was that instead of warning the world of its imminent doom, he decided to eat a sandwich instead. And because of that, the whole world got sucked into the black hole. Well, can you ever think of the time when you made a mistake and what happened because of it? Maybe sometimes Miss Egan stays up too late, and when I wake up the next morning, I'm really tired, and maybe I'm not ready, or I didn't get a good night's sleep because of it, or I was going running, and I didn't tie my shoes as best as I could, but I was in a rush, so then I tripped and fell. So think of a time where you made a mistake, and something happened because of it, right? Our cause and effect. What happened because of it? Okay, so that is all ways for you to be an author, just like Jonathan Stutzman. But how about a way for you to be an illustrator? You guys know Miss Egan loves to do artwork after we read a book, and guess what? I made my very own llama. So just like the way we do our drawings in school, first I did this in pencil, and then I traced over it in black marker, and I colored him in. And I just used markers and crayons, and something else you could do too is if you only have white paper, you could cut him out and then glue him onto another piece of colored paper, anything you want to do, right? And I gave him his rosy cheeks. He doesn't look exactly like the llama, but I did a pretty close shot. And what I really want to show you is what is the really cool thing that I did with that picture. So there is an app. I'm going to give Mom and Dad the information. But after I took the picture, I recorded myself so that Llama could retell the story. So this app is called Chatterpix. I'm going to let Mom and Dad know all about it. But I took a picture of my picture, and then I recorded my voice, similar to what you guys do on Seesaw. And now watch this. Oh. Can you see his mouth moving?
Then I danced in pants that were too tight. Then I ate a sandwich, and I destroyed the entire world.
He is so funny. So you guys can have so much fun with that. So that is the one assignment I definitely want you to do. I'm going to give Mom and Dad's directions on how to draw Llama. And I want you to draw and color him in. And then take a picture of it and retell the story to me with Chatterpix. And I would love to see your illustration and hear you retelling it, okay? Now, just to extend this even further, I'm going to send moms and dads some information about real llamas. You can be a scientist just like llama, right? He said, for science. And he was trying to explore black holes. So I'm going to send moms and dads some information about some real llamas. I'm going to send moms and dads some information about real black holes. And you can do so much with just one book. It's amazing. All right, guys. My time is up here. I hope you enjoyed that story. I know I did. Have a great rest of your day and have a great spring break. Bye.